Well, hello YouTube, it's Paul. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today my daughter suggested we make some crepes, so I don't need a lot of convincing. I always like making crepes. So it's a fun little recipe, real quick thing to do, so we'll jump right into it. So for our first ingredient, we're just going to take about a cup. And the way I do it, you don't got to do exact stuff. We just put in roughly a cup of flour. Just regular old flour will do you. And now I need 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I got that right here. Just regular baking powder. Here goes 1 teaspoon, roughly. And a half. There we go. Alright, so our next ingredient calls for a tablespoon or so of sugar. So throw that right in there. Next we got to come up with 3 eggs. So I like to use something that's dark colored on the bottom so I can see any shells that get away. And there's 1. It's like I've never cracked an egg before. I can usually do it without getting any shells in there. Just kind of do it carefully. And I just give it a glance over. It's real clean, so we're good to go on that. And we'll add that. Alright, so next let's go ahead and melt 3 tablespoons of butter in the microwave. Doesn't gotta be boiling hot, just at least softened or melted. We'll give it about a minute. Then I want to go for 1.5 cups of milk. Put that in there. Okay, getting near the end of the batter ingredients. We'll throw a 1/4 teaspoon of salt in there. Add in our melted butter. And get a little whisk or a fork or a power mixer, whatever you choose. Spoon, any old thing to mix it up a little. We'll come back and mix it up because we got to get our griddle going and work on some of the sauce stuff that goes on the inside of the crepes. So we'll just give this a quick stirring and we'll come back to it. Alright, so now let's get our griddle going. I've got a real old-timey one. It was my wife's mother's and it's seen a lot of use, but still does a good job. So we'll put a little oil on her. Just drizzle a little bit there. And turn on the back and front burners. I'm just going to put it at medium because I still got our stuff to do. Just let that warm up a little while we're working on our sauce. Okay, so next step is some strawberries. If you got fresh ones, that would work good. I don't have fresh, I got frozen ones. So I'm going to pop them in the microwave, get them warm, then we'll put them in the blender. These ones are unsweetened. The sweetened ones are fine. I'm going to throw some sugar or Splenda on it. We'll get to that next. Okay, I've warmed them up. I put in a couple tablespoons of Splenda. Put that right in the little blender. And she likes a little bit of chunks in there, is what she says. So that's why I don't want to do it too smooth. Depends how you like your consistency. And that's looking just about right. Okay, so now it's time to actually make the crepes. Okay, so it's time to actually get going on the crepes themselves, and that looks pretty good. Then what I'll do is I'll just put them on a paper toweled plate, and I'll take off any of the excess oil. Okay, those look alright, so let's get them off. Looking good. And when your griddle gets up to speed, nice and hot, but not too hot, you can really get cruising on making them. My stove's probably not perfectly level. Sometimes it seems like the oil eventually wants to creep on down to the other end. Let's see if we can pour this one a little bit more round. It's alright. Here we go. There, now that's looking nice and fancy, huh? Almost professional. Close enough, huh? I don't know if the camera picks it up, but every once in a while you can hear a bunch of baby birdies, or bird built its nest out there, and when the mom comes back, it's got food, they start squawking up a storm. Those are looking pretty good. And then you can put different things in there. You could put jelly in there on the inside. I do a cream cheese that I'll show you yet with the strawberries, and that goes pretty good. I first had these in Hawaii when I was a kid. Went there on vacation and had them with peaches on the inside and whipped cream on top, and boy, that was the first time I ever had anything like that for breakfast. I almost thought I was in heaven. First off in Hawaii, coming from winter in Michigan, and then breakfast with something with whipped cream on top. That's hard to beat even today. There. I'd say those are about ready. So it doesn't take very long to get them right. Just put them on a plate. Okay. Next I'll show you the inside stuffing cream stuff, the cream cheese stuff. Okay, so in here I put maybe 3 tablespoons or so cream cheese. It's the whipped. You can use the other to soften it, doesn't matter. And we'll just pour on some confectioner's sugar. There's no right or wrong way to do this, just kind of to taste. And we're just going to mix it in with the cream there. This makes a good sauce to go on. Or, sauce isn't the right word, but filling for the inside of the crepe. Not bad. Depends if you want more of the cheese taste or more of the sweet taste. I know my kids like more of the sweet taste. So we'll put some more in there. Okay, I heated it too. The cream cheese, and it helps to mix it up some, so that's about the consistency that you want. Nice and sweet too. Alright, as you can see from the plate, you get quite a raft of them just from 1 cup of flour. It makes quite a few of them. So I'll show you how I typically make them. Okay, so I put one on a plate, put a little bit of that cream cheese filling. Alright, get that nice and smooth in there. And get some of the strawberry filling. Drizzle a bit of that on there. And just simply roll it up here. And gotta be perfect. And give it a little squirt of there you go. We'll call that done and done. Ready to eat. So I hope you guys will try it. It's a real simple recipe. I enjoyed making it with you guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon.